Lenovo IdeaPad Gaming 3 Review. The Lenovo IdeaPad Gaming 3 has nice styling, solid speakers, and the look of a great budget gaming laptop. However, its low-end hardware configuration is less than ideal. The Lenovo IdeaPad Gaming 3 instantly gives a sense of solidity upon lifting it. Its size is 14.16 by 10.49 by 0.86 inches. Even though it is almost an inch thick, Lenovo has tried to disguise its heft by widening it toward the bottom near the front. The lid has a small Lenovo logo on the right edge, and an identical one is found on the palm rest. On the IdeaPad Gaming 3, the laptop's hinge is located about an inch back from the rear edge, granting it a slight junk in the trunk, which is also seen on Legion laptops from Lenovo and clamshells from Alienware. At the back, there are HDMI 2.0, Gigabit Ethernet, USB 3.2 Type-C, and proprietary power ports with blue accents right in the middle that adds hue to the otherwise onyx gray color. Apart from these, the only other ports it has are one USB 3.2 Type-A on either side, as well as a 3.5mm headphone jack. The version of the Lenovo IdeaPad Gaming 3 that we assessed has an Intel Core i5-12500H processor and an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3050Ti GPU. Rather than having 16GB of DDR4 3200 RAM, as do many gaming laptops in this class, our unit was stocked with only 8GB of RAM. Obviously, this makes the IdeaPad more affordable than other laptops we examined. Let's now look at how this lesson in single-channel RAM impacts performance where it matters most. According to Geekbench 5.4, which focuses on CPU performance simulating tasks, the IdeaPad Gaming 3 scored 1,640 single-core and 7,908 multi-core. In terms of transcoding 4K video to 1080p in Handbrake, the IdeaPad Gaming 3 was second fastest at 6 minutes and 46 seconds, beating the Nitro 5's 5:58 time. The Sword 15 slowed down to 7:26, whereas the Victus 15 had the slowest time at 8:09. In the 25GB file copy test, the Lenovo IdeaPad Gaming 3 managed an average speed of 828.72 MB per second, surpassing the HP Victus 15's 741.24 MB per second mark. Nonetheless, it was the Acer Nitro 5 that came out on top with 1,240.65 MB per second. The 15.6-inch, 1920 by 1080 display, running at 120Hz on the Lenovo IdeaPad Gaming 3 mostly pleased me with its brightness and hues when I watched the season finale of She-Hulk, Attorney at Law on Disney+. The colors seemed exciting but also convincingly realistic. The one blunder was when Jennifer Walters began her extensive fourth wall rupture at the close of the episode and then the image on the screen appeared too diminished. As I found out, the Lenovo IdeaPad Gaming 3 keyboard is really responsive for gaming and writing. Lenovo claims that the keys have travel of 1.5mm, greater than the normal amount seen in the IdeaPad family. You can activate or deactivate 2 levels of brightness with FN plus spacebar, a key combination used consistently. The Lenovo IdeaPad Gaming 3 has speakers along the right and left sides of the palm rest. As the grills are on the underside of the laptop, they will sound the best when placed on a hard, flat surface like a desk or table. Gaining access to the interior of the Lenovo IdeaPad Gaming 3 was more challenging than with other laptops. It required 14 non-captive screws to be taken out before being able to remove the plastic cover from the rear, followed by the bottom plastic cover. In our battery life test, the Lenovo IdeaPad Gaming 3 managed to last for roughly 4 hours compared to the class-leading Acer Nitro 5, which lasted 5:33. In our heat testing, we utilized the Metro Exodus stress test to produce temperature readings indicative of gaming conditions. We were not expecting to get a premium 1080p webcam at this price point on a gaming laptop, so we ended up having to settle for the more common 720p unit. It provides an impressive Core i5-12500H processor and GeForce RTX 3050Ti GPU ideal for 1080p gaming, as well as great performance.